5 more watches have been delivered and will be reviewed in the coming month. So this takes us to the second part of the March watches haul. All watches are value packed with premium materials and inspired by iconic designs. We have 1 quartz watch, 1 hybrid mecha quartz chronograph and 3 automatics. 4 of the watches are priced between $40 and $60, while 1 has set me back $130. All the watches that you're going to see in this video will be reviewed shortly or in the coming weeks. The affiliate links to the listings of these watches will be in the description below the video, so make sure to check them out if you're after some sharp prices. Well, now it's time to get your popcorn out and let's dive in and discuss these 5 watches. In no particular order, let's start off with the Addiesdive AD2117. So this watch was on my radar for quite a bit of time, but finally I did get it in, and yeah, this is quite a good deal. There are quite a few standout features on this watch. Firstly, the price. On sale, you can pick it up as low as $55, while the usual price is around $60 to $65. Still very much affordable and attainable. We get a fully 316L stainless steel construction. In fact, it's a seriously hefty diver, standing at 190 grams without any links removed. The monoblock case has ideal proportions, with case width of 43mm and a lug-to-lug length of 47mm. The weight is mostly attributed to the meaty and hefty steel bracelet. The watch is powered by Seiko's NH35 automatic movement. That means it's hackable and gets a 42-hour power reserve. The dial is covered by a flat slab of sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating. Under the crystal is where most of the magic happens with this timepiece. The white textured dial is inspired by the Omiwitari phenomenon. Essentially, it's the appearance of ridges or lines that form on the ice covering Lake Suwa in Japan. This phenomenon is described by legends of gods walking across the lake, hence the name Omiwitari, which actually translates to gods crossing in Japanese. We get bright and long-lasting dual-tone lume here, and what surprised me is the very precise and consistent 120-click unidirectional bezel. There's hardly any backplay on this bezel. For number 2, we've got the Pagani Design PD1761. So this is the PRX chronograph Homage. It's powered by Seiko VK63, essentially a hybrid quartz, with some mechanical parts that allow for a sweeping seconds hand, visually very similar to the automatic movement's second sweep motion. For what this timepiece brings and its price means only one thing: value. I picked it up for just $40. And even at that budget price point, I'm getting sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating. The case and bracelet are made from 316L stainless steel. The watch case enjoys plenty of interesting reflections due to a multitude of angular facets, as well as a mixture of brushed and polished surfaces. Considering the watch features a screw-down case back and screw-in crown, we are provided with 100 meters of water resistance. On top of all that, there is a functional chronograph with a running seconds hand, 0 to 60-minute counter and 24-hour sub-dials. For number 3, we've got WesWatches WD1680. So this watch here is a 300 meters water resistant diver, and this is the first time that I've got WesWatches as a brand on my channel. I've actually seen numerous of positive comments in regards to this brand, and that made me pull the trigger on it. So far, with my initial glance over, I'm not disappointed. For $50, the watch features some really nice specs. There are 2 colors available, this blue and a black on black one. I mentioned that it is 300 meters water resistant thanks to a screw down case back and crown. The watch also comes with sapphire crystal and anti-reflective coating. I was surprised to find that the Cyclops is actually sapphire crystal as well, which is really good considering the very low price point. Another cool feature is the dual level C3 lume. Essentially, we get lumed indices and hands on the dial, as well as lumed markings on the bezel. And the lume here is one of the best in the sub $100 space. The only questionable point about the watch is the movement. It's powered by a Japanese Miyota quartz. That does say it's dependable, yet an automatic from this brand would set me back at least $80. Another point to mention is the bezel action on this watch. It is really sharp and precise. For number 4, we've got the Dooka Automatic, and this is the second Dooka that I've brought to the channel because I'm really pretty much amazed with the quality of the materials and the way it's been put together. So the first watch blew me away. That was a Kermit Homage. This is an interesting Homage. Let me tell you about it. The sizing is very good here. So we get a 41mm diameter and a modest 48.5mm lug-to-lug measurement because that is really sharp. This Dooka timepiece has a number of aces up its sleeve. The $55 price tag is one of them. Also, when we talk about homages, well, I couldn't find one watch it's homaging. Rather, it's inspired by at least 2 watches. On one hand, the indices and the square-tipped minute hand are reminiscent of Breitling Super Ocean, yet the ceramic bezel insert and markings on it remind me of the Alpiner. The watch also brings a domed sapphire crystal, stainless steel case and bracelet. This bracelet actually requires special mentioning. Firstly, it has inverted end links, keeping the lug-to-lug length to a very modest 48.5mm. Secondly, it's fitted with a milled and signed clasp. There are also 3 micro adjustments and a security latch. Not bad at all, considering the price point. In addition, on the back we have an exhibition case back. Lume is applied on the dial as well as the bezel, so a nice 3D look. And finally, to the 5th watch, this is the San Martin, for which I forked out $130. This is the cheapest San Martin diver you can get today. Technically the entry-level watch to one of AliExpress elite micro brands. My expectations were high, especially after forking out, well, $130. Thankfully, these expectations were exceeded with ease. This is my first San Martin and definitely not the last. The quality control issues we face at the $50, $60, $70 simply don't exist here. The case finish is refinement with a capital R. This is the 40mm Ghost Diver version 2, powered by Seiko NH35 automatic movement. On the Ghost Diver we get a water resistance up to 200 meters, sapphire crystal is a given. There are 3 color variations available, this black one, a Kermit and Hulk homages. In the hand it feels hefty and larger than it wears. With a 40mm diameter and a lug-to-lug measurement of just 48mm, it should fit even the slender wrists. The hexagon logo on the black enamel dial and screw-down crown look very classy. On the underside, the screw-down case back is fluted in line with the traditional look. The case and bracelet are stainless steel. The bracelet features a signed and milled folding clasp with a safety latch and 4 micro adjustments. As I've mentioned earlier, this is the second part of the watches haul. So there was a first part, so the deliveries that happened about a week ago, and I've made a video about that and I will leave a link to it at the end of this video. In regards to the watches you've seen just now, well, they were delivered in the last couple of days and it makes up the part 2 of the watches haul for March. I will be reviewing them in detail in the coming weeks, so stay tuned just not to miss those reviews. If you did like any of these watches, I've left the links to the listings I got the watches from in the description below the video, so check them out if you're after some sharp prices, especially because right now we've got the Choice March sales. There's a big anniversary sale coming up, so March is the month to make some big purchases, well, big purchases for small prices. Anyways, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.